Well, pin a rose on your clothes. What's inside the new Zanini box? Somewhat of a bit of a strange intro. What exactly do you mean by pinning and clothes? Well, maybe not so specifically the clothing end of it, but I can tell you though, every single month, Zanini Pack will deliver to you a selection of pins. Ergo, pinning a rose. They're not going to be roses, I don't think. Now watch me, of course, opening up this package, find out that every single pin inside is a rose. But either way, you can still pin these on your clothes, or if you collect pins, perhaps this is the subscription bag for you. Now, I did notice one thing, one observation with these peepers of mine, two peepers. One's a little slightly resting further down on my face, kind of like Shannon Doherty. Oh, there we go, Shannon Doherty. But one thing, though, is quite apparent to these peepers is the fact that this bag is a different color than the one that we had gotten before. This one's kind of a neat little kind of violet bag. Ooh, looking at that. Kind of looks like something the Joker would have delivered to me. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't be opening it. I'm going to push forward. We're going to take our risks, take chances, and we're going to open up and see what we got inside. By the way, if you guys are also interested in subscribing to the Zanini bag, I'm going to put the link down below. It's the least I could do. Now, last time, from what I've learned in the past, this will be the reveal of to what pins we're going to be getting. And I don't want to spoil the reveal. I want to be able to fish my hand into the bowels of hell and be able to pull out each one of these pins myself. Because I'm a big boy after all. And we can digest and look at each of the pins together as a group. That's what we like to do on this channel. So the first thing we're going to have a look at, oh, look at that. See, this is why I didn't want to have it spoiled, the surprise of it all. We got ourselves Marty McFly. Looking at his wristwatch, down below, by the way, there is the link to the website, www.zaninibox.com. It's kind of like panini. Although, to be fair, paninis are delicious. You can't really ingest these pins. I wouldn't certainly recommend it. And far be it, if you do swallow these, don't be going to the doctors telling you that this reviewer, this humbled reviewer, was telling you to eat pins. You don't want to eat pins. Pins are bad. Pins are good for clothing. Pins for your tummy, not so much. Needless to say, though, that's a neat looking pin, though, of one Marty McFly. Gonna put that right down there. And further fishing into the purple bag of obscurity, the next pin that we have is, drum roll please. Producers are saying no. They're nodding their heads. They're like, the heads up in the booth are being shook back and forth. They're like, no, we don't have the budget for that. The next one, though, is Geralt. Geralt. Is that from The Witcher? I'm trying to remember here. It's a neat looking pin, though, nonetheless. Anybody have any ideas? Maybe the card of mystery down there will be able to tell us. Get a good gander at that pin. That is schwanky. I like to use the word schwanky when I can. The next pin is, whoa, Spider-Man. Or as my daughter calls him, Pfeiffer Man. And does the, she's adorable. The next pin that we have is Spider-Man. I like the fact that his head is on the front foreground to the spider emblem in the background. Very, very cool. That's a nice looking pin. My collection of pins is growing every single day exponentially. Exponentially is also a word I like to use a lot. And the last, oh, there's 5 pins. Okay, grabbing the 4th pin. The next one we have is John Wick. John Wick. Still have not seen the 3rd film. Any good? Let me know. The first 2 were good. I like the first one. Second one wasn't bad. 3rd one, let me know down below. That's a neat pin, and I like the fact that they all have unique shapes to one another. Like, even if you look at where we've traveled so far on this journey, none of them share the same shape. They're all unique shapes to one another. And see what we're going to have to round out this epic group of pins. The last pin is Cobra Commander, the Great Snake, rules forever. What was that? That was from, I believe, it wasn't the Pyramid of Darkness. It was certainly a miniseries. Shipwreck, Mutt, Junkyard, and Polly all go underground to the Cobra Lair, and there's a robot right at the gate. that says, you know, you have to say the message, and Shipwreck fails miserably, but Polly gets it. That the great Cobra Commander, the great Snake. Hail, Cobra Commander, the great Snake rules forever. What I like about this pin is it mimics the artwork that would have been on the original blister card that would have had the original vintage G.I. Joe Cobra Commander. That is very, very cool. Possibly even my favorite. I don't know. I was kind of cut myself off. I didn't want to fully finish that sentence. Looking at the other ones here, like all of them are really quite good. It might be a toss-up between Spider-Man, honestly, and Cobra Commander, honestly. All right, so now we can have a look at the insert, because now we know, and knowing is half the battle. That was actually well timed to throw that in there. Plan 1, by the way, if you wanted to see the breakdown of how these plans work over at Zaninibox, the August bag, Plan 1 would have given you John Wick, Spider-Man, and Geralt. Still don't know who it's from. I think it's from The Witcher. Plan 2 would have, I guess, given you the 4 pins. Plan 3, which I go with, is 5 pins. 5 glorious, glorious pins. And that's how it breaks down. That's the glory of pins. You thought I was going to say love. Well, if you have a love for pins... Oh, you see how I worked that in? Right in there. Thank you for your subscription. Enjoy your box. If you are interested in subscribing to the Zaninibox, it's simply a case of going to www.zaninibox. Just remember, delicious panini. You don't want to put in Panini Box. I don't even know if such a subscription box exists. The Panini Box delivered right to your door. But what you want to do is cross out that P and put it in as a Z or Z, although that doesn't rhyme. Zaninibox.com. You can also follow them over on Facebook and Instagram to see what's going on with the folks over at Zanini. Mr. Zanini, who's running shop and doing it oh so well, giving us 5 cool pins for the month of August 2019. Speaking of subscribing, a shameful plug for this channel, if you are new to this channel or a long-time viewer, and I always say long-time viewer because there is a possibility. I've followed people frequently on YouTube, and generally it was always just the case I would type them in on the search. I like Rad Cool Guy 375. There's a blast from the past. I don't think that guy actually exists. I always use that as the example. Typing that in, one of these days I may think to myself, and I've done this myself, wait a minute. Am I actually subscribed to this person? My peepers wander downtown to the basement area, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm not subscribed. Cooking! Turn that bad boy on, or actually I think it was over here. Ding! Turn that on. So make sure you turn on that bell notification as well to ensure that when new videos are coming onto this channel, you'll never miss out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.